Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. District 6 in the Alpine School District. Extend a warm welcome to all spectators, school officials, coaches, and players for this afternoon's PRTV semifinal 6A football championship game featuring the St. Joe's Hawks and the Pine Richland Rams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand for the playing of our national anthem by the Pine Richland High School Band. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And now let's meet the team. First, the St. Joe's Hawks. And now let's meet the Pine Richland Rams.
St. Joseph's has won the toss. They will receive.
Hi, I'm Phil Riccio, Athletic Director for the Alton Area School District. And welcome to Mansion Park. Sportsmanship is pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the sport of football and for those who play it. Sportsmanship means taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level. Sportsmanship is the appreciation of performances and the graceful acceptance of the results. We welcome you to Mansion Park Stadium and ask that you remember sportsmanship. The only piece missing is you.
Good afternoon, everyone. From Mansion Park Stadium in Altoona, Pennsylvania, the PIAA presents the St. Joseph's Prep Hawks and the Pine Richland Rams. Hello again, everybody. My name is Ben Lambert. Alongside me here is Jacob Okleyevsky. Now, Jacob, what do you think the Rams need to do to secure a second straight trip to the state championship?
It will be really tough because St. Joseph, they're trying to go for their third finals appearance in the last 4 years since 2014 when the Rams faced the Hawks. It'll be the rematch of last year's PIAA final in which the Rams won it 41-21, And St. Joseph's trying to get some more revenge. For Pine Richland, it's do or die. And for St. Joseph, it's also the same scenario.
That it will be, Jacob. Today's weather, we have expected rain throughout the day with winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. St. Joseph's Prep has won the toss, and they will take the football, heading left to right.
And according to the coach, Waryanka is going to be kicking and punting strictly, in which Mason Cruz is already out, issues with the lower body.
And back to receive for St. Joe's is Zachary Bugas, and looks like number 3 Marquise Mason are back to receive.
Saturday afternoon under the lights.
As here's the run up, and it's an onside kick, and it looks like the Rams are going to have it. And it looks like it's on the St. Joseph's end of the field. We've seen that before, Jacob. We've seen them try that surprise onside kick to start a game, and it looks like it worked out for them here.
Oh yeah, Mason Cruz have already had these couple of opportunities, of which Mason Cruz is already onside kick here. Rams onside completion percentage is now at 100%, so it'll be a pretty amazing starting field position for the Rams on St. Joseph's 46.
And we will get to see Cole Spencer coming in on the season. He has 15 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions, and 11 rushing touchdowns. And last week he had 18 carries for 108 yards. Spencer in the gun. He sends Tyler King in motion. He's back, and he throws a long pass, and that one's going to be a little too far, and the intended for Caffardi. So going for the jugular vein early, as we've seen Pine Richland do so often. We saw after the turnover in the game against Seneca Valley, the Whippeal title game, Pine Richland came right after the fumble recovery with the flea flicker touchdown, as it's 2nd down and 10.
Try to go for the home run first play of the game.
Spencer in the gun, and he's gonna run up the middle, and he's gonna get about to the 45-yard line.
Looks like there's a fumble right there, right along the 45.
Yes, they spotted at the 45-yard line. It'll be
Pine Richland's ball.
And it will be, looks like 3rd down and, well, we'll call it about 9 yards.
3rd and 9.
Spencer in the gun. He's got a sidecar to his right. He's back. He rolls to his right, and he's going to be hit hard. No flag on the play, and it looks like that's a completed pass to
Eli Yoakum.
Yes, thank you, Jacob. Yeah, he took a whack there from number 19. For St. Joe's, that's Miles Talley, the outside linebacker, senior at 5'10", and that's a 1st down for Pine Richland. They moved the chains here early inside St. Joseph's 40-yard line. Spencer in the gun, and he's going to give it to Meckler, and Meckler finds a crack. He's going to run for short gain,
3 yards,
and it'll be a 2nd down and 7. Spencer again in the gun. He's got 3 receivers to the left of him, and he's got a sidecar to his right. He sends Tyler King in motion, and the give is to Meckler, and he gets down to the 30-yard line.
a couple of yards on the play.
A gain of 2. It brings up a 3rd and 5. Anthony Sermonera checks in for Pine Richland.
And King is already subbed in. I got Trips on the bottom of the screen, Diave Johnson, Eli Yoakum, and Luke Miller. Plus 1 receiver at the top, and Shane Caffardi.
As Cole Spencer is in the gun, he sends Sermonera to his right, and he's going to take the snap. He's going to run forward, and he's got the 1st down and a whole lot more. as he gets inside the 20-yard line.
That's another first down. It's been crucial during these third down situations. But then you got that late hit.
As it looks like we got another handoff here to, and this is Anthony Sermonera, it looks like, on the carry.
It is, sir.
And looks like he's going to get
It looks like around
about a 5 or 4-yard gain. They call it a 4-yard gain. As Spencer is in the gun, he's going to give it to Sermonera, and Sermonera barrels his way inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like he's going to get the first down.
And it'll be 1st and goal for Pine Richland.
Nice run there by Sermonera.
What a statement this would be for Pine Richland to get on the board early against this very talented St. Joe's team. Cole Spencer in the gun, and he's going to take it, and he gains a few yards here. He ran right up the middle, and it looked like the St. Joseph's Prep was ready for it. He only got a gain of about 2.
Now Meckler's going to check in for Sermonera.
As it looks like Spencer in the gun with back there all by himself. He sends Meckler in motion to his left, and he's going to give it to Meckler, and Meckler's going to be hit for a loss on the play by number 2 for the St. Joseph's Prep Hawks, Liam Johnson, the outside linebacker, junior at 6 foot and 215 pounds. It'll be third down and 14 for Pine Richland. Spencer in the shotgun. And he gets a low snap. They're running a reverse, and they run it back to Spencer. He throws it to the end zone, and that pass is going to be incomplete. They say incomplete. It looked like for the Rams, the intended receiver was number 5. Was that Yoakum, Jacob? Yeah, Eli Yoakum. It looked like Spencer may have led him a little bit too far there and let him out of bounds. But it looks like Pine Richland's going to line up to go for it here.
They're always taking a risk. That's the key to Coach Kasparovich's magic here. Always going for big risks.
As it looks like he's bringing in number 7, Luke Miller. He had that touchdown in against Seneca Valley at Heinz Field, the flea flicker touchdown, as Cole Spencer steps in back into the gun, and he gets a shotgun snap. He's back, and he's hit. He throws it to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. He took a hit from number 19 again. That was Miles Talley. It was his second big hit on him on the day, and St. Joe's Prep is going to take over from about the 20-yard line.
St. Joseph. And it looks like the quarterback is Kyle McCord.
Yes, Kyle McCord. He's got offers from multiple colleges. He's a Catholic League Red Division MVP, and they also have Marvin Harrison Jr., the son of NFL great Marvin Harrison Sr. McCord goes back. He throws it. The pass is caught along the 20-yard line for a short gain, getting to the corner. That's number 3, Marquise Mason.
Looks like they're going to give him a first down.
And that indeed, Jacob. They move the chains, and it looks like the ball will be spotted at about the 28-yard line of the St. Joe's Prep Hawks, as Kyle McCord steps back into the gun, and he motions number 24, Colby Burrell, and we got a flag here. It looks like we may have some movement on that St. Joseph's Prep offensive line.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
And it's worth mentioning we do have a steady rain coming down here at Altoona. As McCord steps back into the gun, he is a side card to his right. He swings it out to number 3, Marquise Mason, and he is going to be stopped for, it looks like about a looks like a short gain for Marquise Mason.
Otherwise, second and 12.
Excuse me. Yeah, they must have hit him for a loss. So second down and 12. And it's worth mentioning this rain has picked up here. It should be, looks to be a factor for both teams as Kyle McCord hands it off and getting met on the play and stuffed by that Pine Richland Rams offensive line. It looks like it was Marquise Mason again, number 3, the running back, as he got through there, and the Pine Richland defense said no, and they rejected him.
It might be Michael Caden who made that stop.
As Kyle McCord sends Marquise Mason out wide, he's back in the gun there by himself. And he's back, and he steps up, he fires a pass. That one's going to be caught. Johnny Freeman on the catch, and that's going to move the chains for St. Joe's Prep, and they're going to be, let's see where they spot the ball, about the 40, we'll call it the 44-yard line for St. Joe's. They convert and they get the first down as Kyle McCord steps back in the shotgun. He motions one to his right, and he's back on a play action. He throws, and that one's incomplete. It looked like he threw that one a little bit ahead of number 11. That was Johnny Freeman, the senior wide receiver, 6'1", 195. As Colby Burrell lines up to the right of Kyle McCord in the shotgun. McCord looks to the sideline for the play. McCord in the gun, and he gets a snap. He gives it to Burrell, and Burrell is going to be met at the line of scrimmage for only about a 2 or 3 yard gain. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Third down nonetheless.
Third down, it looked like it was a gain of 2, Jacob. A 3rd down and 8 coming up for St. Joe's. They'll try to convert their second 3rd down of the game. As McCord is in the shotgun. He's got Colby Burrell next to him. He's back, and he's going to step up in the pocket. He fires it down the field, and that pass is going to be caught. Caught by number 8, Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr., as we have come to know, he's very talented, much like his dad was. His dad, a star wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, playing alongside Peyton Manning for many of those years. As St. Joe's lines up in the pistol, McCord back, he fires for Freeman again, and that one's going to be through his hands, but we got a marker on the play, as it looks like there was some interference there.
Looks like that was Dillon Stenson who made that. It's going to be pass interference.
Oh, offensive pass interference. It looked maybe Mr. Freeman was getting his hands in the cookie jar there, the guilty party, and as a result, St. Joe's Prep is going to be pushed back a few. 15-yard penalty.
So far, 2 penalties for 20 yards for St. Joseph.
McCord is in the gun again. He's got Colby Burrell behind him, and he hands it off to him, and getting the stop for the Rams for a very short gain is look like 57. I'm trying to get a number here.
Miguel Jackson.
Yes, I believe that's who made the stop. He's been a very dynamic player for the Rams on defense this year. As McCord looks to the sideline for the play, he's got a sidecar to his left. That's number 24, Burrell. And McCord in the gun. He gets a snap, he's back, and he's going to throw it, and that pass is going to be caught by, and bowling over a man and getting to the goal line for the touchdown is number 3, Marquise Mason for St. Joe's Prep. And the St. Joe's Prep Hawks strike early here against the Rams in this semifinal game and look to go up 7-0 here with 5:05 left in the first quarter. And another touchdown pass for Kyle McCord. That was a great play by Mason there to just bowl over those two Rams defenders and get to the goal line.
Yeah.
So here's the extra point attempt, and it's blocked by the Rams. So they do give up the touchdown, but it's only 6. So Pine Richland has to feel pretty good about themselves as they have an opportunity on this next drive to potentially get the lead.
Well, PAT attempts, you cannot even say like 7-0 already, because if he makes it, it's kind of like a gimme, I think, because once you fail the extra point, you might just say like, my bad, you should have just said like, it's already 6-0 already.
And the kicker for St. Joe's is Antonio Chata, freshman, 5'7", had that kick blocked, and Chata's going to tee it up for the Hawks as the rain continues to fall here in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Just continuing.
And here's the run up in the boot, and that one's
a line drive.
Going to be taken around inside the 10-yard line by number 1, Shane Confarty, and he's going to get to the outside. He's got room. He's at the 40. He's up across, down around the 50-yard line, tackled by number 5, Zachary Borges.
But there is a flag thrown. Looks like it's going to be against the Rams.
See what the officials call here. Yeah, it looks like a blindside block, they say. That's a killer if you're Pine Richland, because it looked like the Rams were starting in some great field position, but it looks like they're going to be backed up at their own 20-yard line, and Cole Spencer and company are going to have a long field to go.
Just one penalty on 30 yards for the Rams.
As Spencer lines up in the gun, he's got a side man to his right. And he gets a snap. He's going to run forward, and he's got for a good gain about. We'll see where they spot the ball. It
would be 6 yards.
Yep, gain of 6, so 2nd and 4. Cole lines up again in the gun. And he hands it off, and driving forward is Anthony Sermonera. He's close to a first down. And it looks like they're going to mark him about a couple of yards short. So a 3rd down and 2 for the Rams.
3rd and 1. Yeah, 3rd and 2.
As Spencer lines up in the gun, he communicates the protection. He sends Sermonera in motion, and he gets a snap. He runs forward. He's got the first down. Up across the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
Rain is already continuing.
Cole Spencer in the gun. He gets a snap. He's going to pitch it, and not getting much on the play was number 2, Luke Meckler.
Cooper Kim with the tackle.
We'll see where they spot the ball. Yeah, they're going to give him no gain. So a great play by St. Joseph's Prep to read that one.
2-yard loss.
Or yes, excuse me, Jacob. They didn't update the scoreboard. So a loss of 2 and a great play by St. Joseph's Prep to recognize that. This great defensive team as Spencer takes a snap and he's going to run forward and he's going to be close to about the 30, we'll call it the 39, inside the 39-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball. And yes, it's going to be about the 39-yard line, so Spencer's going to be back in the gun again, and he gets a snap and it's blown dead, as we have a timeout on the play.
Defense. That's their first charge. Timeout of the half.
So a timeout for St. Joseph's Prep. And so Jacob, what have been your impressions so far of this rematch of last year's state title game?
Well, it's been really kind of more like a defensive game anyhow, because both defenses and offenses are quite similar. But the only difference that St. Joe's doesn't have is their quarterback, Marquez McRae, who never lost a game as a freshman. But he only suffered his first loss right here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, just last year. He was good.
Yes, that indeed. And I think the big story coming into this game was St. Joe Pine Richland always had they had Danucci, the first matchup between the two teams, and last year they had Phil Dracovic, and this year it's been St. Joe's Prep with Kyle McCord, a pretty good quarterback, and Cole Spencer for the Pine Richland Rams, as Spencer sends Tyler King in motion, and he gets a snap. He runs up the middle, and he's going to get inside the 40-yard line to about the 40, we'll call it about the 42-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 5 for the Rams.
4th and 2.
Yes, excuse me.
Now they're going to bring out the power team.
So Spencer goes back in the gun here. Be interesting to see if he
2 guys top
quick
the
kicks
screen.
it. No, they're gonna go for it, and getting the call up the middle and getting stuffed looks like that was looks like, yes, Luke Meckler, thank you. It's very difficult to see the numbers from up here.
Great field position for St. Joe's Prep.
St. Joe's Prep with the ball inside the Rams' 41-yard line. Kyle McCord coming back out. He's got 1 touchdown pass on the game. And he's got 2 protectors, both to his right. Rams show blitz, but we have a whistle here, and it looks like we have a timeout by St. Joe's. So 2 timeouts here early in the first half. First half, Jake.
That's their second charge. Timeout of the half.
As the rain continues to fall here. Looks very similar to that Pine Richland game against North Allegheny, where it seemed like the rain really played a big factor in this Rams offense.
Yeah, and it scored like less points for the Rams.
See what this could be a big drive here coming up for the Pine Richland Rams, as you don't want to get behind St. Joseph's Prep with that defense. You don't want to be behind multiple scores. As it looks like the Rams are lining up, and they're going to show blitz here as Kyle McCord lines up in the gun. He sends Mason to his left, the sidecar. He's back. He gets a snap. He throws it. And that one's going to be incomplete. It was through the hands of, that looks like Harrison Jr. That was incomplete. It looked like the ball was a little bit too high. And with this weather, you can understand why he may have not made the catch. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for St. Joe's. McCord in the gun, he sends a man in motion. That's Shamir Higgins. He gets a snap, he's back, and he throws a slant pattern. That one's caught by number 1, Anthony Wrightley, and that one's gonna.
And he's gonna be just short of a 1st down.
Yes, thank you, Jacob. That'll be make it about a 3rd down and a few yards as McCord runs it forward, and it looks like, yes, this chains will move for the St. Joe's Prep Hawks. As McCord steps back into the shotgun. And he gets a snap, he hands it off. We got a penalty flag on the play, as that one's to number 3, Marquise Mason, and getting a 1st down at the moment.
Might be a hold.
In the area of a holding, or maybe perhaps a false start. Let's check the call.
Looks like it's going to be on St. Joe's, which is going to be called back.
Illegal formation.
An illegal formation penalty, and
On the offense. 5-yard penalty, previous spot.
back it up, and so take that play off the board for St. Joseph's. As McCord lines up in the shotgun. And McCord gets a snap, play action, he's back, he throws, and what a hit by number 13 for the Rams. Merrick Miller. What a great play there. A short pass caught by St. Joe's Prep, and he had nowhere to go after he caught the ball. So it'll be about a 2nd down and 15. As McCord lines up in the gun, and he's back, and he throws it, and that pass is going to be incomplete. A diving try by Johnny Freeman on the corner route there, and it was incomplete. It looked like it went right through his arms.
Completion stats, Spencer's 1 for 4, and McCord 3 for 7.
A very defensive game so far, Jacob, as contrary to what we've seen in the past 2 matchups between these 2 teams, as we're down to 33 seconds left in the 1st quarter, with St. Joe's Prep up 6-0 over the Pine Richland Rams. As Kyle McCord in the gun, he's back, and he throws it, and that one's caught by number 11, Johnny Freeman, and he gets inside the 10-yard line, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about around looks like the 5-yard line. Or no, they're going to call it it'll be about the 6. So it'll be 1st and goal for the St. Joe's Prep Hawks as they try to go 2 for 2 in the red zone.
Kyle McCord entering today.
As
11-0.
McCord in the shotgun, and he's going to give it to, that's number 24,
Kobe
Burrell, and getting stopped on the play short of the goal line, as it'll now be 2nd down and goal as the clock winds under 10 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. It'll be interesting to see if St. Joe's just wants to take this to the end of the quarter, and it looks like they will do that here. So at the end of the 1st quarter, the St. Joe's Prep Hawks have a 6-0 lead over the Pine Richland Rams.
What are you seeing in this game so far, Ben?
You know, it's been a defensive battle, Jake, as you said before. I mean, we're used to seeing, with these 2 teams, we're used to seeing high-flying offenses. We saw last year between the 2 teams a 41-21 final in favor of Pine Richland. The first time the 2 teams met, a 49-41 final in favor of St. Joe's Prep. And we should mention St. Joe's Prep did have DeAndre Swift in that game, who ran wild on the Pine Richland defense, as now he's playing playing ball for the Georgia Bulldogs. So the second quarter will start with about a 3rd down and goal to go for second and goal, excuse me. I saw the 3 and so 2nd down and goal for the St. Joe's Prep Hawks. St. Joe's Prep Hawks as McCord turns and hands it off to number 24, Colby Burrell, and getting into the end zone for the St. Joe's Prep 2nd touchdown of the game and their 2nd drive. And now it's 12-0 pending the extra point.
Open hole for Burrell. Easy run.
And here's the kick, and that one's up and good for number 40, Antonio Chata. And now it is 13-0 in favor of St. Joe's Prep.
If you're the Rams, you have to figure something out.
That indeed, Jacob. We saw in the game, the Rams are 1-1 all time against St. Joseph's Prep, as mentioned before. We saw in the one loss the Rams had, they went down by double digits, and it's never good to go down by double digits against a defense that has been known to be ball hawking and opportunistic, as this team has, as Antonio Chata will tee it up for St. Joe's.
So now it's going to go down to 37 degrees. Still in the second quarter.
Yes, the weather definitely attempting to become a factor here. Here's a run up in the kickoff, and taking it is number 2, Luke Meckler, and running, and looks like he'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. And that's where Cole Spencer and this Pine Ridgeland offense will attempt to get on the scoreboard here with 11:51 left here in the first quarter. As Cole Spencer lines up in the gun, he's got a sidecar to his left. He sends a man in motion, and he gets a snap, and he's going to run forward, and he's going to be stopped for a short gain on the play. See where they spot the ball. It looks like that was about a gain of only a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. With the ball just short of the 25-yard line. Spencer in the gun, he gets a snap, he has pressure, he throws, and that pass is incomplete. It looked like there was some confusion there, as the pass was, as number 2 for the Pine Ridgeland Rams, Luke Meckler, was attempting to make a catch, and he had a ram behind him who it looked like it may have been intended for, and Pine Ridgeland's going to be faced with a 3rd down and 9 here inside their own territory, as Cole Spencer lines up in the gun again. He sends a man in motion. That's Tyler King, number 8.
It's Eli Yoakum, number 5.
Oh, excuse me, thank you. As Spencer throws it deep, and that one's going to be incomplete, a little bit too far for number 7, Luke Miller, who on the season has 27 catches and 5 touchdowns.
So far for Spencer, he's 1 for 6 in completion percentage.
And as it looks like the Rams are going to have to punt the football.
It looks like Cole Spencer's going to punt.
Yes, we've seen Cole.
No surprise.
Cole punt here. His average is 29.8 yards per punt, and his longest punt has gone 37 yards. As here's the boot, and it's a short one, and it takes a Rams bounce as it will roll at the Rams will down it at about the 44-yard line of the St. Joe's Preps Hawks. So with 11:03 left to go here in the first half, Pine Richland's down 13-0, and they're back on defense, trying to slow down this red-hot St. Joe's Prep offense.
McCord, as a sophomore, he's 12-0, and their conference record is 5-0.
Kyle McCord steps in the shotgun. He sends a man in motion. That's number 4, Jack Sutton. As the Rams show blitz, and here they come, and almost getting there, but the pass was, what are they going to call here? They're going to say it was a completed pass, and that was complete to the motion man, number 4, Jack Sutton. And the ball will be down. They'll spot the ball at about the 40-yard line for St. Joe's Prep. As McCord back, his pass is going to be caught and getting tackled immediately after making the catch by number 12, Dillon Stenson, is Marvin Harrison Jr., who's already had a big impact on this game.
Rain's pouring down hard.
As McCord looks for the sideline for the play, and it looks like Colby Burrell will be lined up behind him as the Hawks line up in the pistol formation. And McCord gets a snap. He's going to throw it, and that pass is going to be incomplete. But a flag comes in, as that pass looked like it was intended for Johnny Freeman, and it looks like the Rams may be guilty of a pass interference call.
And they will.
Pass interference. Defense.
Yep.
15-yard penalty. Previous spot results in a first down.
So now after the penalty, the St. Joseph's Prep will have a first down at the 21-yard line with McCord in the gun. He's got a man to his right, and he looks to the sideline for the play. And he gets a snap. He's back. He has a big rush coming in, and the pass is going to be caught by Marvin Harrison Jr. What a great catch by Harrison Jr. and a throw by Kyle McCord, able to lay it where only his guy could get it. As that looked like that was over, that catch was over number 12, Dillon Stenson. As Miguel Jackson almost made the play, but was just short in getting there. And now they hand it off to number 24, and he's getting stuffed. That was number 24, Colby Burrell, with the handoff.
Another tackle by Miguel Jackson.
Miguel Jackson, the sophomore for the Rams. The sophomore guard and defensive end at 6'1", 230 for that Pine Richland defense. As McCord back in the gun, he's going to hand it off to Burrell again, and getting stuffed again is Burrell, as it looked like Tyler King was in on that tackle the first time we've said his name all game, Jacob.
It was actually Miguel Jackson again. Third time.
As it's third down, McCord takes a snap and he hands it off, and getting close to the goal line. They're going to mark him about a little short here. It'll be interested to see what St. Joseph's Prep does, as they're going to have a 4th down and goal from about the 2-yard line. And it looks like the offense is staying out there for St. Joe's Prep.
4th and 2.
And the crowd for Pine Richland getting into it as they look to yell their team back into this football game, as we have a timeout for Pine Richland. And a big play coming up here for the Rams here in the first half with 8:46 left to go. A 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line, a 13-0 Hawks lead. As the rain continues to come down here in Altoona, Pennsylvania at Mansion Park Stadium.
So a couple of seniors on this PR team. Kristofic is going to be reunited with Phil Jakovic. Michael Kadick is going to go to Indiana, and
Tyler
King is going
headed
to
to
the Navy.
Tyler King, obviously a great player for Pine Richland. Him and Sermonera, that great combination is. Here we go, a 4th down and goal for St. Joe's. McCord lines up in the gun, and McCord turns and hands it off to number 24. Getting into the end zone for the St. Joe's Prep touchdown is Burrell, and it'll be 19-0 here, pending the extra point early here in the football game with about 8:42 left to go in the first half.
Burrell is second touchdown of the game.
St. Joe's Prep doing a nice job of mixing in around the pass as the extra point is up and good from number 40 of St. Joe's, Antonio Chada, as he has made his second extra point on the day. And Pine Richland now is down 20-0 and needs to find a way to respond if they want to get back into this football game.
Yeah, they have to figure something out right now.
It looks like going back for the Rams to receive the kickoff is number 2, Luke Meckler, the 5'9" junior for Pine Richland. As here's the run up and the boot by St. Joe's, and that one backpedaling to the end zone, and it's going to be muffed into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback as the ball went into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 20-yard line.
That was a break.
Yes, indeed, Jacob. A lucky break at that for the Rams, as they fortunate that one bounced into the end zone after after Meckler was unable to handle that one, or that one would not have ended well for the Pine Richland Rams. As Spencer comes back.
Otherwise, St. Joseph might have just taken in that for the touchdown if they would just hurried up.
As Cole Spencer lines up in the shotgun. He sends a man in motion and getting the handoff and getting tackled for a short gain, and it looks like that was number 2, Luke Meckler. Yes, Luke Meckler tackled for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Rams' own 19-yard line. Spencer in the gun. As he takes a snap, he's going to run forward. He's going to get up to about the 26 or 27-yard line. We'll see how they spot it. It's at the 27, and the Rams are faced with yet another 3rd down.
They're just playing the running game, which is quite obvious because Spencer's throwing 1 for 6. If they play the running game, they would be sure to get St. Joseph to lose this game.
Spencer lines up in the gun. He sends a man in motion and giving it to Sermonera. Running up the middle, and he's going to be stopped for a short gain of about 3 yards.
Let's see where they spot this.
At about the 30-yard line. And that
is a first down.
That is going to be a first down.
Just enough for Sermonero.
So Pine Richland able to move the sticks.
And also, go figure, because Pine Richland's going to be receiving in the second half.
Spencer in the gun. His pass is going to be caught by Shane Caffardi and getting ripped down. And a flag comes in. The guilty party for St. Joe's is number 5, Zachary Bogus.
Yeah, it's going to be unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, it looked
for Bogus.
It looked like he ripped Caffardi down after forward progress on that one.
Yeah.
Late hit on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
What a break for Pine Richland, as they are going to pick up an extra 15 on that play. As it looked like St. Joe's had that play pretty well defended, but the late hit by Bogus and the Pine Richland Rams are now at the 50-yard line marching, as here's Cole Spencer, and he's going to get around the 46 or 47-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball. It'll be about a second down and we'll call it 6, excuse me. 2nd and 6 they officially spotted. He's at the 46-yard line now as Spencer lines up in the shotgun, and he motions Luke Meckler, and he takes the snap, and he's going to run forward, and he's going to get met at the he's going to get met by number 54 on that play, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And it'll be another 3rd down and 6 for the Rams inside of St. Joe's territory as Cole takes a snap. It looked like he was gonna step out of the sack, but it looks like he went down, and that was number 19.
Miles Talley again.
Yeah, another play in on the quarterback as Miles Talley actually, that's 2 sacks for him now on the game. He had a couple last week and a fumble recovery, so definitely he had his fingerprints on St. Joseph's Prep's success, as it looks like the Cole Spencer will line up to punt here, and it's a good kick for Spencer as here's the return, and it's going to be out at about the 40-yard line of St. Joe's Prep. Was number 3, Marquise Mason.
It's not looking good for Pine Richland, in my opinion. Plenty of opportunities they could not muster.
As it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Joe's Prep at about their own 45-yard line. No, or excuse me, 38-yard line, excuse me. As Kyle McCord is in the shotgun. He's got 2 protectors, 1 on each side. He gets a snap, he's back, and he's going to launch a pass, and that one's going to be caught by Johnny Freeman. Another great catch, another catch for Freeman. And this St. Joe's Prep offensive line has done a great job so far at holding back that Rams pass rush, as it looks like they haven't been able to get a fingernail on Kyle McCord. As McCord gets the snap, he's back. He's going to swing it out to, that looks like number 3, and we got a flag on the play as the catch was made by number 3, Marquise Mason. And we'll check the flag here.
Your window is down once again in green. So you're the Highlander. Your window is down.
Looks like it may go against St. Joe's Prep.
Holding against St. Joe's Prep.
So St. Joe's Prep will be faced with a 1st and long. first down and 16 for St. Joe's. As Kyle McCord steps back into the gun. He's got a man behind him. That's Burrell. He sends in motion number 4, Jack Sutton. And we got another penalty, and it's going to be a false start on St. Joe's Prep. So after it looked like St. Joe's had the first down inside the Rams 40-yard line, St. Joe's has been moving backwards ever since after the 10-yard holding penalty and the 5-yard false start penalty. They're going to have first down and 21 at their own 46-yard line. As McCord steps back into the shotgun. As the Rams are up on the line, they show blitz, and it looked like we have another false start penalty, and that looked like we for the St. Joe's Prep Hawks. That was number 68 for the Hawks. See if we can get a number.
Wow. 55 yards, 7 penalties.
And it'll be first and 26. Big opportunity for the Rams to see if they can take advantage. As McCord takes a snap, he rolls to his right. He's got a man open. That's Freeman, and almost making the diving catch was Johnny Freeman as he dove down. The ball hit his fingertips, bounced into his chest, and it bounced and hit the ground. And thank goodness for that one.
Yeah, and there was coverage by the Rams defense on McCord.
Ford will line up in the shotgun and sends a man in motion. That's Sutton. And he gets a snap. He fakes a handoff. He's going to go deep again, and that one's going to be broken up on the play. Intended
There's a flag
Johnny Freeman, but there's a flag thrown at about the 40.
Looks like 47.
47-yard line. We'll see. Let's check the call. So it looks like the Rams are pointing towards St. Joe's Prep. And that would be unbelievable if this does go. And it is against St. Joe's Prep, an ineligible man downfield, but the penalty is declined. So that's another penalty for St. Joe's Prep on this drive, Jake. As the crowd for Pine Richland starts to get loud as they sense an opportunity to get back into this for Pine Richland. As Kyle McCord is in the gun. And he's back. And nope, they're going to draw a handoff here. Number 3 for the Hawks is Marquise Mason. And getting a nice gain on the play.
Dillon Stenson.
Yes, Stenson on the tackle. And it'll be a 4th down and 26 for St. Joe's, and they will have to punt the ball.
It looks like a wide receiver is going to be punting. It'll be Jack Sutton. Suddenly.
We'll see if the Rams have any tricks up their sleeves. We know they do have a couple of block punts this year. As they rush him, they try to get it, but he gets it away. It's a nice kick, and making the fair catch at about the 20-yard line is Luke Meckler for the Rams, and that's where Cole Spencer will begin their next drive with 4:39 left to go in the first half.
If you're Cole Spencer, you cannot play the throwing game already. He's 1 for 6, which is really, really bad. Kyle McCord, 3 for 9.
As Cole lines up in the shotgun, he's got a man to his right, and he gets a snap, and he's gonna fake the handoff, and it looked like St. Joe's Prep was all over that. Making the play for St. Joe's was number 10, Cooper Kim, the senior 6'1" middle linebacker.
Loss of a couple yards.
Yes, it looks like a loss of 3 for Pine Richland. As Spencer again is in the gun, and He's back. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it, and that pass is going to be dropped by Shane Caffardi. It looked like the ball may have been a little bit behind him, and he was unable to bring it in at about the 30-yard line on the near side. And it'll be the Rams will face with a 3rd down and long.
1 for 7 in the passing game for Spencer.
As Cole Spencer lines up in the gun, he's got a man protector to his right. Cole takes a shotgun snap, and he's got a man coming right after him, getting out of the sack, and then he's going to be step into a sack. That's Liam Johnson, the outside linebacker for St. Joe's Prep, number 2, making the sack, and the Rams go 3 and out again, and we'll have to punt the ball right back to St. Joe's.
Really got to figure something out because St. Joseph is electrifying defense and offense.
It's punting from their end zone, and as it's going to take a Ram bounce to about the 42-yard line, and that's where St. Joe's take over with 3:26 remaining here in the first half, and already up 20-0. They really have an opportunity to blow this game open. If you're the Rams, you really need to stop.
Don't forget, Pine Richland will be receiving in the second half.
Yes, that's an important point, Jacob. We'll see if the Rams can maybe get a stop here and get the ball back and try to get into the end zone here before the end of the half. As in the shotgun is Kyle McCord. He's back. He's got a rush coming on him, and his pass is going to be caught by Marvin Harrison Jr. as, again, over number 12, Dillon Stenson. He beats his man, and Kyle McCord fits it into that window. And St. Joe's Prep is in prime position to score once again. As Kyle McCord is in the gun, he sends a man in motion, and he's going to swing it out, and it's almost intercepted by, is that Miguel Jackson?
Yeah, Miguel Jackson. If he catches that, he's gone.
And what a big opportunity the Rams had there. That could have been a huge momentum changer there for Pine Richland. As the rain continues to fall here, I feel like a broken record saying that, Jacob. It is very damp out there as McCord steps back into the shotgun, and he's going to hand it off to Burrell, and getting met on the play is Sermonera, and Miguel Jackson sandwiched him on the play, and that will make it about a 3rd down and
3rd and 11.
11, thank you. 3rd down and 11, so that play went for about a loss of a yard.
Make sure to stick around for the band halftime performances.
It'll be interesting to see here. Jake, do you think it's 4-down territory here if you're St. Joseph's with this weather? Well, as McCord takes a snap, he's going to throw it for the end zone, and that one's going to be incomplete. We have
pass interference
multiple
on Connor
flags
Hetzel.
in the end zone.
It's going to be pass interference against Connor Hetzel.
Looked like the intended receiver for St. Joe's Prep was Johnny Freeman.
Get him, Jordan! Go get him! Get him! Go get him! Get him, boy!
Pass interference. Defense.
Yes, it will be against PR.
So with 2:34 left to go here in the first half, the St. Joe's Prep Hawks will have the ball inside the 10-yard line, looking to go up by looking to extend their lead. And as Kyle McCord is hit and sacked on the play, as coming from the blind side, it looked like Tyler, was that King?
Yeah, I think that was
Tyler King came in, and Kyle McCord did not see him coming as he came from the blind side. And as soon as McCord dropped back, he was there to greet him for the loss.
And also, he was uncovered.
And and that was the 3rd down play, so it is going to be a 4th down and 11. So it'll be interesting to see here if St. Joe's Prep is going to go for this.
Now we're even, says Tyler King, because one, Spencer had 1 sack, and then Kyle McCord had the other. It's all even.
Yes, and the first sack for the Pine Richland defense of the game, as St. Joe's Prep has really done a nice job of keeping their quarterback upright. As it looks like they will attempt a field goal here. Looks like it'll be about a 25-yard field goal for St. Joe's Prep to try to add to their lead. The snap, the ball down, the kick is on the way, and that kick is up.
It's good.
And that kick is going to be good, so Antonio Chata kicks the ball through the rain and gives St. Joe's Prep a 23-point lead. But if you're a Ram fan, you gotta like the fact that the Rams stood up in the red zone.
Yeah. And also, it was uncovered. Tyler King wasn't.
Yes, it's always good to always nice when you can confuse that offensive line. They don't know who's coming, as St. Joe's Prep will be set to kick off here with 2:04 remaining and a 23-point lead for the Hawks. Here's the run up and the kick, and that one is gonna go into the end zone for the touchback, as Luke Meckler, tried to run it out, but he was unable to keep it out of the end zone, and the Rams will start once again at their own 20-yard line. So Cole Spencer in the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his left. So it looks like St. Joe's Prep was showing blitz, and then they backed off as the pass is going to be caught and almost intercept and dropped, and it was actually almost intercepted there on the rebound by number 54, Kyle McKay for St. Joe's Prep, the senior. It looked like that pass was juggled and dropped, and McKay almost had a play on it. As Spencer takes the snap, and he's going to run forward after he faked the handoff and get up close to the 30-yard line. As the clock ticks inside, ticks to about 1:45 to go here in the second quarter, with the Rams looking to get on the scoreboard. As Cole Spencer takes a snap, his pass is going to be over the middle, incomplete. And it looked like the intended receiver was number 7, Luke Miller. As he looked around, it looked like he looked around for a flag, but none was granted. And it looks like it looks like Pine Richland is sending in yes, they're sending in the punt team, Pine Richland, as it is 4th down and 6.
Nearly blocked.
As that one is going to be muffed for a second, and making a nice play as that the return was for no gain, and it looks like St. Joseph's Prep will start at the 45-yard line after Marquise Mason was unable to break away from the tackle. And that Pine Richland defense is going to have to make a play here to try to get their team back into the game. Kyle McCrae's back there all by himself. He's got 3 receivers to his left. He sends a man in motion and now has a sidecar to his left. He's back, there's a big rush, and the pass is going to be caught by number 11, Johnny Freeman, making the catch as the clock winds just outside of 1:20. St. Joe's with the ball at around the 45-yard line with a 1st and 10 as McCord gets the snap, and he's going to step up and fire a pass, and that one's going to be broken up on the play. As see if we can get a number here. The pass was intended for number 3, Marquise Mason, and it looked like for the Rams, looked like
nice coverage there.
Merrick looked like Miller on the
Merrick Miller.
Looked like Miller on the coverage. As McCord steps back in the gun. And he gets the snap, he steps back, he throws a pass, and that one's going to be knocked in the air and almost intercepted, but we do have a flag on the play. So we'll check who the flag is on. See which way. Looks like it's in the area of pass interference.
It is on St. Joe's Prep. Oh, an eligible man downfield.
That's their 2nd ineligible man penalty of the game, and Pine Richland with another interception opportunity that could have changed momentum, and they were unable to make the catch. As Kyle McCord steps back into the shotgun, and he's going to give it, and running up the middle and getting about 3 or 4 is number 3, Marquise Mason. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from about the 45-yard line. As Kyle McCord steps back into the shotgun.
And 37 seconds remaining.
Yes, thank you, Jake.
Keep in fact that Pine Richland will receive.
Kyle McCord, and he's going to hand it off on the play, and making the tackle for a short gain, and it is going to be 4th down. We'll see if Pine Richland wants to use any of their timeouts with the clock inside of 15 seconds and winding here. As it looks like St. Joe's Prep may just throw one up at the end here to see if they can make something happen with about 4 seconds left to go, and we have a timeout on the play. Pine Richland calls the timeout. So with 2 seconds left to go, it looks like we may just see how far Kyle McCord can throw here with a 4th down to go. Rain still falling here in Altoona, PA.
Hopefully both of these teams can stay dry. Passing game, not really good for all these quarterbacks, surprisingly. Spencer's 1 for 8, and Kyle McCord 3 for 11, which is really got to keep a factor on.
So Kyle McCord steps back into the gun. as it looks like the Rams are going to play a prevent defense here. McCord gets the snap, he's back, and he's going to heave it long down the field, and that pass is going to be broken up on the play, and that will do it here for your first half of action. The score, the St. Joe's Prep Hawks, 23, Pine Richland Rams nothing. So Jake, what were your impressions from the first half so far? The first half.
Well, it's got to be a defensive game anyhow because it's been really ongoing defense on both sides. But Kyle McCord, as you said, he's had lots of offers. He could be going to Penn State for some reason or any other college. But I do know this. The Rams need to figure something out if they really got to get through the St. Joe's defense because St. Joe's, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, indeed, Jacob, and we'll see if the Pine Richland Rams can do that coming out here at the start of the second half, as they will receive the ball. So, from Mansion Park Stadium in Altoona, PA, the score is the St. Joe's Preps Hawks 23 and the Rams nothing.
See you guys in the second half.
We will now feature our dance team color guard and all-girl dancing tuba line to a 1961 hit song by Bruce Channel. Here is Hey Baby. Dance team co-captains are Emily Bober and Hannah Roach. Color guard captains are Emily Caldwell, Karen Douglas, and Joyce Starr. Tuba girl captains are Rebecca Shipley and Abby Steckman. Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for, the band dances, and we feature our drum line to a 1958 song by Little Richard. Here is Good Golly Miss Molly. Drum line captains are Bryce Baker, Jenna Mickus, and Emily Stephan. The band concludes their halftime show with a 1978 hit song by Bob Seger. Here is Old Time Rock and Roll.
And welcome back to Altoona, PA, here at Mansion Park Stadium, as we're about ready to start the second half with the Hawks leading the Rams 23-0.
So what's your take on the Rams coming into here, hopefully making for a desperate comeback, and Hawks just trying to keep up the defense?
Well, Jake, I mean, you never know. I remember Pine Richland was down 42-21 against these same Hawks again, and it was actually in Hershey, PA, and Pine Richland ended up coming back and making it a really close football game. So you never know. Football's a funny game sometimes, but the positive thing for Pine Richland is they get the kickoff to start the third quarter here as the run up in the boot, and that one's going to be taken at around inside the 10-yard line, running up to around the 30-yard line. That looked like, is that Meckler?
Yeah, it looked like. Yeah, it is
yes,
Meckler.
So it looks like it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. From around the 27-yard line. Spencer in the gun. He sends Tyler King, and he's gonna keep it. He's looked like he had some daylight there. He's gonna only get a gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Yes, a gain of 3 up to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. As Cole Spencer is in the gun, he's got 4 receivers. Now he motions Meckler, and he gives the motion man getting the ball and getting tackled on the play is Luke Meckler. And making the tackle for St. Joe's Prep was number 10, Cooper Kim, and number 54, Jeremiah Trotter. As Cole Spencer lines up again in the shotgun. As the Hawks show blitz, he drops back, and he's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to run, and he's going to get tackled on a play. He's only going to gain about a few yards on the play. And that will bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Rams.
Looks like another punt situation.
Indeed, as here's the kick, and Marquise Mason's going to let it go out of bounds, as it looks like St. Joe's Prep will see where they spot the ball. But it looks like St. Joe's Prep is going to get pretty decent field position and not even have to touch the ball.
First and 10 for the Hawks at the 48.
As Kyle McCord stands in the gun, sends a man in motion. That's number 13, Higgins, and he takes the snap, and the pass is going to be caught, and fighting his way for the 1st down for St. Joe's is Higgins.
Samir Higgins with the reception. He's got by Dillon Stenson.
And McCord takes a snap on the play. Looked like he tripped, but Pine Richland was able to read that play well. Get it to a short gain. And it looks like a 3rd down and 1 And sneaking it forward is Kyle McCord, and we'll see where they spot the ball. And it looks like they're signaling that St. Joe's, that Kyle McCord reached the marker and has the first down. McCord in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. That's Higgins. Gets a snap and the handoff to number 24, running inside the 30-yard line for St. Joe's is Kobe Burrell. Already has 2 touchdowns on the afternoon. As Dillon Stenson is able to make the tackle, but another first down for St. Joe's Prep.
Kobe Burrell is something else. He's been amazing so far. 2 TDs, a couple of rushing yards.
That he is. Jake has McCord again in the shotgun. He gets a snap. He's back. He's going to fire it, and that one's going to be caught by Johnny Freeman, and he's going to make it inside the 10-yard line. It looks like he's going to be down around the, see where they spot the ball. Looks like about the 9-yard line. And again, St. Joe's Prep is knocking on the door here early in the 3rd quarter.
This is what makes this St. Joseph Prep's team so explosive right out of the gun.
There's Kyle McCord in the shotgun, and he's going to hand it off, and getting stopped on the play is Kobe Burrell. He was met by a sea of Ram defenders.
Kobe Burrell.
That'll be, he gained maybe about a yard.
Anthony, stop.
Excuse me, they give him the no gain. So it is still it's a 2nd down at the 9-yard line. McCord again in the shotgun. And he gets a snap, he's back. He looks towards the end zone, and the pass is gonna be caught for the touchdown for St. Joe's Prep. Number 1, Anthony Wrightley, able to make the diving catch for the Prep touchdown. The junior, 6'2", 205. And just like that here in the 3rd quarter, the St. Joe's Prep Hawks look like they're about to push the score to 30-0. As that extra point attempt is going to be up and good. And so that brings your score to St. Joe's Prep 29, excuse me, 29, and Pine Richland nothing.
No, wait, 30-0.
Oh yes, 30. They updated. Yes, 30-0. Excuse me.
Is it just me, or is that scoreboard just really a little bit slowing down, or how should I say this? Running a little bit slow.
It looks like St. Joe's is getting ready to kick it back to the Rams. Who are now in dire need of making something happen on offense. Down by 30 with 7:53 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the run up and the kick, and this one's going to be bounce into the end zone. It looked like Meckler thought about making a return, but he thought better of it and let it bounce into the end zone, and the Rams will start at the 20-yard line.
Yes, a couple of times. Meckler has catched the ball. Just a few plays ago. When Meckler was back toward the end zone, he might just muffed a couple of catches.
As here comes Cole Spencer in the Rams offense. Spencer in the gun. He's back there by himself. And he sends a man in motion. And he's going to fake the handoff, and the pass is going to be high and caught by, looked like Tyler King, able to come down with it, as it looked like the intended receiver originally on the play was Luke Miller, but the ball was thrown a little high, and Tyler King, with the heads-up awareness, able to pull it down. But it looks like he's only going to be stopped for about no gain.
Just how they drew it up.
As Cole Spencer back, he's going to throw it, and that one's going to be tipped and incomplete. So Pine Richland's passing game really having trouble getting going here in the third quarter.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag, however.
Pass interference, offense. Half the distance to the goal. Replay second down.
So an offensive pass interference call against Pine Richland, and that's something you don't want down by multiple scores.
3 penalties for 60 yards for Pine Richland. Pine Richland, they never really take any aggressive penalties down the field. I think that's kind of like the key to them. Just play safe.
D. Jacob, as it's going to be a second down and 8 from the 22-yard line. As Cole Spencer's going to get the snap, he's going to cut up field and get tackled just short of, it looks like around the,
Cole Spencer on the carry.
see where they spot the ball. It looks like it's going to be just short of the
6 on the play.
15-yard line. Spencer in the gun. He's back, and he's going to run to his right, and he's going to take off, and he slides down out of bounds on the far side. We'll see where they mark the ball. It looked like it was out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Cole Spencer on the carry. Gain of 10.
And a 10-yard gain on the play, but it's still going to bring up a 4th and 6, and the Rams, once again, will have to punt the ball back to St. Joe's.
Good drive still.
So here's the kick, and it's a line drive, and it's going to bounce over the head and be down by the Rams at around the 30-yard line of the Hawks.
Nice punt there by Spencer.
Yeah, line drive kick was able to take the bounce and take the nice bounce, and really favorable one as it bounced right over the head of Marquise Mason.
There is a penalty flag.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty from the
It looks like they're going to re-kick.
Replay fourth down.
So an unfortunate sequence of events there for Pine Richland after a nice punt, and it looks like they're going to have to try to do it again. So it looks like Cole Spencer standing just outside his own goal line. Cole Spencer's going to get the snap, and he hits a good one again, and it's going to be over his head again, and it's going to be down inside at the third. No, he's going to pick it up. Marquise Mason's going to pick it up, and he's going to be inside the at the 40, down around close to the 50, close to midfield, at about the 48 or 49-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Breckenberg on the stop. 53-yard punt, 20-yard return.
So they spotted at the 48-yard line, a 1st and 10 for the Hawks, with about 5:51 remaining here in the third quarter, and the rain still coming down here in Altoona at Mansion Park Stadium. McCord in the shotgun. He sends a man in motion. That's Higgins. he gets a snap, he's back, and he fires a short screen pass to Higgins, and that's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Samir Higgins, number 13 with reception.
Good tackle there by Caden Schweger.
As it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 3 for the Hawks at around the 45-yard line of the Rams. As McCord takes a snap, and getting met in the backfield is number 24, Kobe Burrell. It looked like as soon as he took the handoff, there were green shirts right in his face to knock him down. And that'll be, looks like a loss of about 3. So Kyle McCord in the shotgun. Rams show blitz. Clock winding inside of 5 minutes. And McCord back as he throws a pass, and that's going to be complete to Higgins. And we'll see where they spot the ball. I don't see the chains moving yet. They're going to say he was a little bit short of the first down, but McCord's going to line up to go for it, and he's going to just get it, as it looked like he took that snap and he waited around, a masterful job of waiting around to find where the hole was in the defense, and he was able to dive forward to get just enough for the first down.
Nice run there by McCord. Good athleticism. Nice way to pick up the first down.
As McCord lines up in the shotgun again. He gets a snap, he hands it off and to Burrell, and he's going to be knocked down for a short gain. Gain of about 3 yards. It'll be about 2nd and 7 from the Pine Richland 38-yard line. St. Joe's in no particular hurry as Kyle McCord lines up in the gun, and he hands it off to Burrell, and he's going to be met in the backfield by a sea of Ram tacklers, and that's going to make it a 3rd down and about 9, so a loss of 2 on the play. As the clock for the 3rd quarter winds inside, almost inside 3 minutes. It's McCord again, back in the shotgun. He's got a man to his right, that's Burrell, and he's back, he's being chased, and he rolls to his right, and he fires, and that one's gonna be almost intercepted by number 1, Shane Caffardi. He looked like he had positioning there on Jack Sutton. He had a nice play on the ball, but unable to come up with it. But a 4th down, nevertheless, upcoming for St. Joe's Prep, and a punt situation as Jack Sutton is on again to punt the ball.
Nice play there by Shane Caffardi to bat that ball straight up and possibly just making an incomplete pass for McCord.
As here's the kick, and it's a nice and high kick, and Luke Meckler looks like takes the fair catch at about the, well, they'll call it around the 14-yard line. So with 2:53 left to go, the scoreboard still reads the St. Joseph Prep Hawks 30 and the Pine Richland Rams nothing. Here from Mansion Park Stadium in Altoona. As Cole Spencer lines up in the shotgun, he's got trips to his left, and he's going to hand it off to Luke Meckler, and he's going to make a nice move in getting the first down on the play.
Gain of 11.
Nice run there by Meckler.
Anthony Lennigan on the stop.
Moves the ball to around the 25-yard line. Spencer takes a snap. He's back. He's got time. He's going to run. And he's got some room, and he's going to slide down. And meeting him on the play, close to a first down, was the St. Joseph's Prep defender, Anthony Wrightley.
Anthony Wrightley with the tackle. Gain of 9. Second and 1.
Cole Spencer in the gun again. He's got trips to his left, and he's going to hand it off and getting through a big hole for the Rams. And that looks like it was Luke Meckler on the play. Another nice run for the Rams. And that will mean another first down for the Rams at around the 43, their own 43-yard line. As Cole lines up again in the shotgun, he sends a man in motion. And he's back. He swings it out to, that looked like Luke Meckler, but we do have a flag on the play, so we have to check on that.
More dirty laundry in this game.
It looks like we may have a St. Joe's, or no, I'm sorry, he was tying his shoe. Number 10, Cooper Kim, was just tying his shoes. I mistakenly thought for a second he may have been grabbing at his lower leg.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So a personal foul against Pine Richland backs them up 10 yards. And it'll be first and 21 from the 32-yard line now. Spencer's back, and he's going to roll to his right, and he throws it, and the pass is going to be
incomplete.
They call it. They say it was incomplete. It looked like that was intended for, is that Caffardi? It looked like again. Shane Caffardi was not able to bring in that pass from Cole Spencer. As he looks to the sideline for the play with the clock at 1:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Spencer in the gun. He's got a man to his right, and he's going to get the snap. He's back, and there's a big rush on him. He steps out of that, and he's going to get up. He's going to run forward to about the 30. They'll call it the 32-yard. We'll call it the 32-yard line. So a nice job there by Spencer, able to avoid pressure as he had a man coming right at him, and he's able to step out of the sack and gain a couple yards, making something out of nothing. As Spencer lines up by himself in the shotgun again, and he gets a snap. He's going to drop back. And he fires, and that one's going to be caught and getting thrown out of bounds at about the 40-yard line of the Pine Richland Rams on the far sideline is number 7, Luke Miller. And Cooper Kim in on the stop. So it looks like Pine Richland's going to send the punt team on the field once again with 48 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Nice aggressive drive by Pine Richland. Took a little bit of time off the clock. They didn't rush. They just took their time and nearly got their best position.
Pine Richland's going to fake it and getting the first down on the play around and now inside the 40-yard line of St. Joe's Prep. As the direct snap, you could feel it coming with Pine Richland needing something to get back into the game. We've said it all game, Jake. They were looking for something. They may have had it there.
Yeah, nice run by Sermonera. Nice run by Sermonera to get it going. The big power man gained the first down at the 40-yard line.
As Cole Spencer lines up in the shotgun again, has a man to his right. He's going to drop back as he throws it down the field, and that pass is going to be intercepted.
Miller wanted a flag there.
Getting the interception is number 23, Julian Talley, the free safety.
Looks like St. Joseph might just put it away the game
As it looks like with 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter, St. Joe's is going to get the ball right back after Pine Richland looked like they may have had something going. And St. Joe's took it away just like that. And out comes Kyle McCord in the St. Joe's prep offense.
Miller wanted pass interference on that last play.
As the rain continues to fall here, as McCord gets a snap, he's going to hand it off. And number 3, Marquise Mason, is able to break through for a few yards, find a crack before the Rams are able to swarm in and make the tackle. It'll be a gain of about 4 or 5, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with the score, the St. Joseph's Prep Hawks 30 and the Pine Richland Rams nothing. So Jake, what does the Pine Richland Rams need to do here in the fourth quarter to find something, to get something going?
Get rid of the defense. Throw deep shots to probably Luke Miller, Eli Yoakum, Diave Johnson, because Yoakum and Johnson were basically covered all this time, and Spencer really wanted to take some risk. That's his own choice, but never know what's going to happen. 30-point lead, 12 minutes left. You never know.
Indeed, Jacob, as it looked like Pine Richlands had been so close on some of these opportunities. They had look like an interception for a touchdown that was dropped by Miguel Jackson, and St. Joe's took advantage of their opportunities as Kyle McCord again lines up in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off, and getting tackled on the play
Marcus Mason on the carry.
is Marcus Mason. And they'll call it the 27-yard line of St. Joe's. And with a 30-point lead, Jake, you could expect that St. Joe's will be just content to run the football with 11 minutes left to go in this football game.
Really content. But their quarterback is really good.
As they hurry up to the line of scrimmage, and Kyle McCord's going to take the snap, drop back, throw a pass, caught, and that is Marquise Mason. He gets close to a first down.
Mason. Anthony Cervenera.
And it's going to be fourth down. Just short.
Yes, indeed, and it looks like St. Joe's is sending the punt team out.
It's the second time that St. Joseph has punt.
And going back deep for the Rams.
Luke Meckler.
Thank you, Jake. Luke Meckler back again to receive. See if he can get something going here. As there's a snap and the kick is away, and that's a fair catch. So with 10:35 left to go here in the football game, Pine Richland looking to get on the scoreboard.
Are you kidding me? My dad's texting me advice on how to shoot.
Last time Pine Richland was scoreless, it was against IMG.
Yeah, Jacob.
Which IMG won that game
another very
49-0.
On the kicking team, penalties declined. First down.
So a penalty on St. Joseph's was declined. Pine Richland will take over. 1st and 10.
He didn't even answer. Oh my God.
Their own 40-yard line. With Cole Spencer in the gun and trips to his right. He has Anthony Cervenera next to him, and the play was blown dead, it looks like, as he took the snap. It looks like we may have movement up front. And that is indeed the case, as the ball There's been a, looks like it's now, no, they may have misspotted the ball, excuse me. It's going to be first down and 10 from, first down for Cole Spencer, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Just through the arms of Eli Yoakum. Or yes, that was, penalty was on the previous play, was a false start, so it will be a 3rd down and 16 for Pine Richland. And as we've seen today, Jake, those third down longs for Pine Richland are not easy to convert, and they're going to have to do that here. As Cole Spencer takes the snap, and the pass is going to be dropped by number 2, Luke Meckler. It looked like he was getting ready to, he was thinking about what the run after the catch and was unable to secure the ball, and Pine Richland's going to have to punt again with 10 minutes remaining in the football game.
Pine Richland is just fighting to get points on the board.
Yeah, St. Joseph's Prep has been very good defensively today. As Pine Richland will punt again. That's Cole Spencer on the kick. And this one's going to be out of bounds on the near side. See where they spotted it, might be about the 40-yard line of St. Joe's Prep, with the rain still falling here, Jacob. And a 9:54 left to go. St. Joe's has the football with a 30-point lead. Kyle McCord. And he's going to drop back the pass. He's going to be sacked on the play. As running to the right, and it looked like Miguel Jackson was able to apply the pressure as Kyle McCord ran to his right, saw Miguel Jackson breathing fire down his neck, and decided to take a seat at around the 30-yard line. 35, excuse me.
Now Pine Richland has the other hand with their 2nd sack on McCord.
It looks like the line's going to hurry up again, and McCord's going to take the snap, and he's going to give it to number 24, Colby Burrell. Has a few scores on the game. And that makes it 3rd down and 17 with the clock ticking inside of 8:50.
Starting at 15.
St. Joe's will hurry to the line, and McCord's going to hand it off again, and that'll be for a short gain, and that'll bring up a 4th down and about 14 yards to go. Jake, I think with a 30-point lead, if you're St. Joseph, you have no problem doing that in a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, you have no problem, and St. Joseph wins here. It's going to be Harrisburg or Coatesville facing up against them.
And here's the kick, and that one's going to be taken by Luke Meckler. He's going to dodge a defender, and he's going to get to about the 40-yard line of Pine Richland just before he's knocked out of bounds on the near sideline.
You said earlier, if Coatesville and St. Joseph gets in the finals, it's going to be a rematch of last year's PIA semifinals.
Yes, it will be, and you know that one was an interesting game because Coatesville had a big lead in that one, and St. Joe's was able to come all the way back and steal it away from them to eventually face Pine Richland at the time in the state championship game. As Cole Spencer sends a man in motion, He drops back to pass, and his pass is going to be over the head of number 2, Luke Meckler.
And he carries number 2, Luke Beckler.
Cole Spencer drops back into the shotgun. He gets a snap, he's back, and he's got a man coming. He steps out of that, and the pass is going to be caught by Shane Caffardi. And that's going to... Are they calling it an incomplete pass?
3rd down and 1.
Yes, it looks like it was. Or no, yes, incomplete pass for Pine Richland, but Cole Spencer's going to take the ball up the middle, get the 1st down, and Pine Richland now inside St. Joe's territory with 7:31 left to go, looking to get on the scoreboard.
Nice run there by Spencer into St. Joseph Prep territory.
As Cole Spencer looks to the sideline for the play. Drops back in the shotgun. He's got Sermonera to his right. He drops back, and the pass is going to be through the hands of, looks like number 7.
Yeah, Luke Miller, and nearly intercepted by Anthony Rightly.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened in this game, Jake, where a ball has been deflected off a Pine Richland receiver, and St. Joe's Prep has almost been able to come up with it. So it looks like that rain's been playing a big factor in today's football game. As Cole Spencer is in the shotgun. Luke Meckler to his right, and he's going to fake the handoff. He drops back, he's going to heave it deep downfield, and that pass is going to be intercepted by number 5, Zachary Bugas. Another interception for that St. Joe's Prep defense on probably the best chance Pine Richland had of the football game, and St. Joe's was able to slam the door.
If PR loses here, what a season for PR. They were the underdogs coming into Heinz Field in the Whitfield Championship, not a factor.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Jake, and nobody expected them to be back where they were. There's a lot to be proud of, and it's very tough to, when you 2 Whitfield Championships in 3 years, it's not easy to do, as McCord's going to hand it off on the play, and getting tackled is number 24, Colby Burrell, as this ball is deep inside St. Joe's territory on the 7-yard line.
What a season for Cole Spencer during the regular season.
A lot to grow from, yes, Jake.
Yeah, possibly the best opportunity.
Kyle McCord stands under center now. And he turns and he gives it to Durrell, and he's at the 30, up to the 40, to 50, 40, 30, and he's going to be brought down at around the 25-yard line.
He ran.
And it looks like he's
sprint. Shane Caffardi, what a play! That might have decided a touchdown for the Hawks.
And it looked like he was down on the play.
He was tackling through the defensive line for the Rams.
And he comes up, and he's running off to the sideline. Yeah, it was a very nice tackle. It looked like from up here that he may have had a chance to take it the distance.
But what a play by Shane Caffardi.
As it'll now be a 1st and 10 with 6:03 left to go in the football game, with the ball at the 28-yard line of Pine Richland. And McCord's going to hand it off to Marquise Mason, and Mason barrels his way through some Ram tacklers, and it looks like he's going to be close to another 1st down.
And Boyd on the stop.
Second down and, well, they'll mark him about a yard short, so it'll be second down and 1 for the St. Joe's
And now
Prep
second
Hawks.
and 1.
At 15 remaining.
As Kyle McCord hands it off, and sneaking through the line there is Marquise Mason, and that's enough for a first down for St. Joe's Prep, with the clock just ticking inside of 4:55. To the line again, McCord in the gun. He's going to turn and hand it off to Marquise Mason, and Mason's going to be met immediately at the line of scrimmage by a sea of Pine Richland Ram defenders. They were able to meet him for a loss on the play, it looks like. A loss of a yard, second down and 11. Gets the offense to the line, and he takes a snap. He's going to give it to Mason again, and Mason's going to be met. Tyler King in on that tackle. It'll be third down and 9 with about 3:30 left to go in the game. St. Joe's Prep letting the play clock tick, trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. As Marquise Mason gets the handoff, and he's going to be out of bounds inside the 10-yard line on the far side. As it looks like St. Joe's Prep is well on their way back to Hershey for the 3rd time in 4 years.
Yeah, it's a good team for St. Joseph Prep, and especially for Kyle McCord, because sophomore coming into his first ever championship, amazing.
Timeout.
Yeah, St. Joe's is going to call a timeout here with the 4th down coming up.
By the way, knew you had to end on a downer, but the Rams said new team, same dream. Trying to get to be back-to-back PIAA. They failed to do that, but they got up to this point to go up to the semifinals in the PIAA. It's really hard to do when you're going into the PIAA semifinals when good teams are coming at you.
Yeah, Jake, and I mean they really, I mean, a lot of people were wondering how good this team was going to be this year after Phil Dracovic had to leave for Notre Dame, and they've really getting back
and
to
not to mention
the state
lost
semifinals.
To IMG Academy.
As McCord lines up under center, he sends Marvin Harrison Jr. in motion, and he's going to fake the handoff, drops back, throws for the end zone. That one's going to be caught in the end zone for the St. Joe's Prep touchdown. Number 14, Tyreek Jones-Garland, the senior for St. Joe's Prep, and St. Joe's is able to extend that lead as they look ready to go back to Hershey Park to try to win 3 out of 4 state championships
extra point is pending, and it is good.
Yes, thank you, Jacob.
37-0.
37-0 for St. Joe's Prep with 2:23 left in the football game. And it looks like Pine Richland will have one final drive here with 2:23 left to go in their season.
What a season for the Rams. It really was a season. What a season this was for Pine Richland.
As St. Joe's will be kicking off. Steady rain here developed early in the game and hasn't stopped. As here's the run up and the kick, and that one's gonna be taken by
Luke
Luke Meckler, and he's gonna go out of bounds on the near sideline. It looks like they're gonna see where they spot the ball. It looked like it was around the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 19-yard line with about 2:07 left to go in the football game. As Spencer drops back, he fires a pass, and that one's going to be caught by Shane Caffardi. And that's going to bring it out to about the 30-yard line of Pine Richland.
What a season for the Rams.
And that will move the sticks here as there's 1:50 left to go here in the football game. Spencer back, and the pass is going to be caught, and getting hit on the play was number 7, Luke Miller. He had it for a second, and he got hit, and the ball popped out of there, and it's an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line with 1:30 left to go, and the mercy rule in effect, now down by 37.
Season for the Rams has to be feeling really good for Tyler Ruddock, Rostofik, Caffardi.
Spencer takes the snap, and the pass is going to be dropped again. That seems to have been the story of this football game, Jacob. It just seems like
drop passes.
The Rams just have not been, offensively or defensively. It looked like the Rams had a couple of opportunities to collect a couple of interceptions. They were unable to do that today. And the Pine Richland was unable to take advantage of their opportunities, and St. Joseph's Prep did. As Cole Spencer drops back into the gun, and he takes a snap, and he's going to roll to his left, or his right, excuse me, and that pass is going to be incomplete along the near sideline.
So 4th down and 10.
And the clock winds, and there's now 25 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like the Rams are just going to line up to shake hands here as the St. Joe's Prep Hawks have dethroned the Pine Richland Rams here today by a final score of 37-0.
And they're on their way to their third straight trip to Hershey in the last 4 years.
3rd in 4 years, and they'll try to win another one.
What a season for the Rams. And the freshman team, I really want to point out Tristan Taylor, Cole Boyd, Jacob Domer, Cal Miller, Alex McLean. They're going to be stars next year along with Cole Spencer. Really want to thank our crew, Mr. Karpinski,
Our producer,
Steve Karpinski.
Karpinski, our camera operator, Mike Zappa.
Nice season for St. Joseph Prep.
Yes, they're able to remain undefeated, and
Able to remain undefeated, 13-0.
they were able.
They're trying to go to 14-0 next week, hopefully, against probably Coatesville or Harrisburg. But what a season for the Rams.
Yes, what a season. As we said before, nobody thought that they would get even this far, as the team's going to gather about the 30-yard line to have one final moment together before the end of the season. And before you know it, it's going to be team workouts again, and they'll be getting ready for next year. So, from Mansion Park Stadium in Altoona, Pennsylvania, the Pine Richland Rams bow to the St. Joseph Prep Hawks by a final score of 37-0 here in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Ben Lambert and our entire crew at PRTV, I'm Jake Buklajewski. It's been a presentation of PRTV, and we'll see you next week, hopefully, for PRTV basketball, December 5th. See you later, Pine Richland.